Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. More practice footage from Alabama's third practice of fall camp. We were able to listen to Pete Golding speak on Thursday, August 20th. Talked about wanting an improved defense. You can watch that interview in its entirety back at BamaInsider.com. You got to think, with all the components coming back for Alabama's defense, especially with Dylan Moses returning, you got to think that Alabama's defense really steps it up during the 2020 season. You're talking about an on-the-field leader, one of the guys who really knows his defense inside and out. Pete Golding talked about this guy is the leader that you want on the team. So there you see him right there, number 32. Certainly setting an example. There's Shane Lee right there, number 35. Played a lot last year as a freshman, started nearly every game. I think he had the most snaps overall entirely, but it all revolves around Dylan Moses, and good to see him back fully healthy for the Alabama Crimson Tide. You got Brian Robinson right here. It looks to be really improved on his speed. Looks a little bit more agile coming into this year. You got Patrick Surtain right there on the outside, and Pete Golding talked about him and his IQ and what he brings to the table. There's B-Rob again. Looks to be shifty. I mean, really excited to see what they can do with B-Rob. Here's Trey Sanders, number 26. Talk about shifty. We continue to hear that this young man is the truth, and he could be one of the best running backs on the team already this year, which is hard to believe considering you have Najee and B-Rob. We're looking at wide receiver footage right here. Haven't seen too much wide receiver footage to begin the season, but you got Jalen Waddle right there. And I think one of the things that really separates these Alabama wide receivers is the fact that they are great stock blockers, always setting that block downfield. If you rewind and you slow down film from Alabama, whether that's Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, these guys are getting right in the defensive back, right in the safeties, and making those blocks downfield. And as you know, blocks by the wide receivers spring big runs. So we got an opportunity to speak with Devontae Smith, and what a young man he is. And, you know, he's a fan favorite, very humble, loves to work on his craft. And I think he's going to have another dynamic year with the quarterbacks coming back. I mean, you looked at this wide receiver group as a whole. It's Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, those guys certainly out in front, and a lot of guys that are going to cut their teeth. Here's the quarterbacks real quick. We're going to take a look at Mac Jones. Continue to hear that he's just throwing absolute lasers, and continue to hear great things about this young man right here, freshman Bryce Young.